Basil yet to concede. Sajith took hours. Ranil ends it in seconds. Government falsehood scotched by Desha Priya. NPP opens saloon door.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Basil yet to concede. Doubts over which election comes first were cleared on Thursday. The Election Commission announced the presidential polls will take place on a date between September 17th and October 16th. In the meantime, Basil Rajapaksa has still not given up hope, making repeated calls to Ranil to go for a general election first. The matter came up again when the two met on the 4th, but that was not taken positively by Ranil. With the official announcement coming, the SLPP was due to meet him on Thursday. Basil has sent out messages to district-level leaders to work closely with the government and not to say a word about a candidate. Also, billionaire entrepreneur Damika Pereira has been advised similarly. Coordinated by Sagala Ratnayaka, Ranil will grace Damika's latest project this afternoon at Nelam Pakuna as the chief guest. Basil is quite adept at such games. The wait is not very long to see the outcome. Sajith took hours. Ranil ends it in seconds. The Leader TV said days ago that President Ranil Wickremesinghe would address Parliament on Thursday. It happened, and he emphasised that Sri Lanka has the potential to become a developed country if we unite and reach a consensus. He reiterated the importance of a shared agreement for the country's progress. He urged everyone not to overlook the chance to contribute to the future generation and cautioned that prioritising personal ambitions over national interest during this challenging period could lead to significant destruction. Our present actions will define our future reputation, he added. It is said a detailed description in book form is to be launched in 2 days' time. Some wonder whom Ranil directed his speech at. As we said previously, it was not either the government or the NPP. It was clearly the moderates in the SJB. He referred to it thus.
අපි හිටිය ආර්ථික අපායක. දැන් අපි ක්‍රමවත් සැලසුමක් ඔස්සේ මේ අපායෙන් ගොඩ එමින් ඉන්නේ. හැබැයි දුරදැක්මක් නොමැති කෙටිකාලීන පටු අපේක්ෂා ඉලක්ක කරගෙන දැනට යන ගමනේ පීල්ල මාරු කරොත් ආපහු අපි වැටෙන්නේ අපායටයි. එහෙම වුණොත් දීර්ඝ කාලයක් පුරා රට දිවෙන අතිශය දුක්ඛිත කාලයකට මුහුණ දීමට අප සෑමටම සිදු වෙනවා. මම මේ රට වෙනුවෙන් අභියෝගාත්මක මෙහෙවර බාරගත් අවස්ථාවේ මට ගමන් කරන්නට සිදුවී ඇත්තේ වැල් පාලමක බව මම සඳහන් කරා. ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී ගණන් නොගත් අය පවාද ඒ බව පිළිගන්නවා. ඒකෙන් පෙනෙන්නේ වැල් පාලම මග හැර අපට වෙන විකල්පයක් නැහැ. මේ මග හැර වෙනත් මගක් නොමැති බව ඒ අයත් අද පවසනවා. මම නැවතත් කියනවා. අපේ ආර්ථික යලි ගොඩනංවන්නට මේ මග හැර වෙන මගක් නැහැ. මේ වැඩපිළිවෙල හැර වෙනත් වැඩපිළිවෙලක් නැහැ. මේ සැලසුම් හැර වෙනත් සැලසුම් නැහැ. අන්න ඒ නිසා තමයි මේ ආර්ථික ප්‍රතිසංස්කරණ වැඩපිළිවෙල පිළිබඳ පොදු එකතාවයක්, පොදු සම්මතියක් අවශ්‍ය බව හැම විටම කියන්නේ.
According to reliable sources, certain SJB MPs too had given him points to speak about. It is also said that Ranil is planning to lure SJB and other opposition MPs to him by an Economic Revival Act to Parliament within days. It will be a roadmap to shape the economy up to 2048. He is going to seek opposition MPs' support for the task. Also, he has decided to place the actual situation with regard to the IMF-aided debt restructuring programme before Parliament and people and obtain their support. Looks like the talk of crossovers from the SJB is to end in the same way speculation over which election comes first ended. As Ranil was winding up his speech to the House, Sajith rose up and raised objections. Ranil said holding a debate on his speech would be good and blamed the opposition leader for everything, adding that nothing would have happened had he accepted the premiership on April 10th. That was a social media hit. It was said Sajith was no match for Ranil. He tried for hours to attack Ranil, but the latter took just seconds to finish him off. Government falsehood scotched by Desha Priya. After Diana Gamaji lost her seat, the government spread a falsehood, which has since been scotched by former election chief Mahinda Desha Priya. He said no SJB MP will be in trouble just because the party is registered to Diana's name. Law only says a dual citizen or a non-citizen cannot be an MP, and it is said nowhere that a foreign national cannot register a political party, he pointed out. Further, Diana had not signed any SJB nomination papers, nor functioned as General Secretary of AP Jathika Peramuna, Deshapriya explained. What he says cannot be rejected, because he was the elections chief at the time the party was registered. Anyway, Diana has become a loner now. Those who got her to break away from the SJB and join Ranil are nowhere to be seen today. Her attempts during the whole day to meet the president failed too. It is said that a top government figure called and advised her to leave the country soon. She rejected it, but courts issued a foreign travel ban on her the following morning. At a media briefing, Diana said with Parliament to be dissolved soon, she would return to politics, and also that she will always be with Ranil. Some say she too will be given a provincial governor position in the same way Nazir Ahmed was made governor after he lost the seat. NPP opens saloon door. With presidential polls now made official, Dayasiri Jayasekara went to the Election Commission yesterday to look into the registration of his Humane People's Alliance. He expressed readiness to contest future elections under the heart symbol, adding that talks were underway to form an extensive alliance with other parties and groups. Meanwhile, the alliance led by the CPSL to target the presidential polls will be formed this month, said its deputy chairman Wirasumana. The candidate will be announced once the election day is decided, he told Neth FM's Unlimited programme last night. According to him, more than 40% of the voters are still undecided. As Dayasiri, Wimal Wirawansa, Udaya Gamanpila, Rathana Thera, Roshan Rana Singhi and others are planning alliances, the now divided SLFP is making its calculations to ally. Those including Dulas Alahaparuma and Professor Charitha Harith have nowhere to go. They prefer the NPP, but that party is yet to respond positively. But Harini says they will accept only MPs who are acceptable to the people. She told weekend newspaper Anida that the NPP being a people's movement, an MP willing to join should be acceptable to the people too. The NPP will have nothing to do with those rejected by the people for supporting fraud and allowing fraud to happen, she said. So Dulles, Charitha and some others are in with a chance to join the NPP. But will the membership accept them? The JVP refused to change, but the JVP-led National People's Power is prepared to change today. That could happen to almost any party when it plans to grab power of the state. A theory sans practicability is of no use. That's it for today.